We want you to edit it so that it makes us look good. So.
Yeah, soft focus a whole bit, you know.
I had made up my mind. I was going to tell Steve that I thought he needed to talk to somebody else until last Sunday. Last Sunday he said that we were going to talk about one-on-one worship. And I thought, oh, I can relate to that. I don't do what I would consider what most people would say daily devotions very well. But when you talk about one-on-one worship, then I think I can talk about that. Carol and I are here on our back porch, and this oak tree right behind us is a good example, I think, of what I mean by that. 43 years ago, we planted that tree, and we brought it up from Missouri, where we are from, and it had 5 leaves on it that first year. And we've planted every tree and bush in our yard. And you're probably saying, well, what's that have to do with God, your devotions to God? And I would tell you that for me, to look at that tree and look at what God has created all around us, we've been very fortunate to be able to see mountains and lakes and see the oceans. And I can't look at any of God's creation without worshiping Him. Just thinking about it now, talking to you, I get choked up because I have a hard time with people that don't believe in the Creator, and yet I spend a lot of time every day looking at God's creation and worshiping Him.
A lot of worship just takes place just as a natural way of going through our day and seeing where God, the things that God touches, everything around us, He's a part of. And yet I find that if I don't spend time in His Word, and if I don't spend some time just focusing on what He's talking to me about, or spending some time sharing with Him, then I find that life gets way out of perspective. It gets overwhelming when we don't realize just how amazing our God is. One of the neatest things is having a passion for spending time with God. But of course, busyness and crazy schedules are always a distraction. But it really is a special time when you don't have to rush to do something else, and you can just sit down and spend some time with God. And sometimes it might be longer, sometimes it might be very short. But I find that if I don't, it really messes my perspective up with life.